After-school activities in Johnson County, Kansas are now taking center stage.
KMBC 9's Kelly Gibbs live in Johnson County as we're hearing from a parent this evening on this one. Kelly?
That's right, Chris. Well, I'm told the Johnson County Health Department will be making recommendations to school districts in a meeting tomorrow. However, despite those recommendations, some parents say they want their students to participate.
All we're really asking for is that we be given a choice.
Danita Beers is just one of many parents in Johnson County who says she wants to see her student engage in extracurricular activities in the fall.
We need to be looking at the whole child, not just the COVID-19 side of it, but we also need to be looking at the mentality or the mental side of this outbreak as well.
The Johnson County Health Department has outlined recommendations to ensure those activities begin safely. Based on those guidelines, an all clear to participate would mean the county has seen COVID-19 cases hold steady or decline, with test positivity rates at or less than 5%.
We continue to advocate through emailing and voicing our opinions to the school board, the Board of Commissioners. We're also reaching out to the Johnson County Health Department, asking specific questions. There are numerous examples of sports being played safely even in Johnson County, and it's being done safely with no cases. So we think it can be done in the schools as well.
And again, the health department set to make those recommendations to district leaders tomorrow. Reporting live in Johnson County, Kelly Gibbs, KMBC 9 News.
There's no word yet on when school leaders will make a final decision. We do have an update on what Chiefs games will look like for fans this season. There are a lot of changes in regards to tickets, seating, and bags. Dave Stewart will be breaking it all down for us later in sports. Kansas is now reporting more than 1,200 new coronavirus cases since Friday. Missouri is reporting more than 1,100 since Sunday. We just learned today more than 21% of the cases in Missouri are patients in their 20s. That's according to the state's health department. Now let's take a look at the 7-day moving average of the positivity rate. That's one of the best ways to track the spread of the virus. Kansas is up a bit to 12.5%. Missouri's hanging steady at 10.9%. The national average is 6.7%.
Kansas City, Missouri's mayor is warning people to wear a mask, or bars and restaurants in the city could be shut down again. This after the mayor did a spot check of some establishments. And as KMBC 9's Brian Johnson reports, not all of them were following the rules.
Places like Kelly's in Westport are among the bars Mayor Quinton Lucas is praising today after doing a walkabout Sunday night. He says many are working hard to keep people safe from COVID-19.
There were a lot of bright spots, but there were also some not so bright spots. There were some where it looked like they were partying like it's 2019.
Some videos like this one on social media show few masks and little distance between groups.
We are trying to keep from getting in a position where we have to be like Florida or Texas or Arizona and shut down bars, shut down restaurants, any of those sorts of things.
The Kansas City health director says as cases increase, we might be closer to closing bars, but it can be avoided.
If 95% of folks are wearing masks and we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, that we can avoid that.
They say perhaps a bigger concern, large private parties, like this one in Lakewood last month that resulted in dozens of teens getting tests with several confirmed cases of COVID-19.
We're not here to be overwhelmingly punitive. We just want people following the rules because we want people safe. I want to see the city open as much as anybody else.
Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
The city's health director says Kansas City, Missouri's mask mandate was extended to January because of how people have been handling the outbreak. He says it's clear we'll see cases for the next 5 or 6 months. Health officials in Wyandotte County joined doctors from the University of Kansas Health System to talk about the high number of cases there. The positivity rate in Wyandotte County is now at 19%, and that's not all they're concerned with these days.
One of the things we wonder about is, are fewer people coming in to get tested at this point? And that really is concerning to us. So if I could send one message, it's that, if you are feeling symptoms of COVID, or if you have been in contact with somebody who you know is positive, come get tested.
Unified Government health officials stress testing is available with fairly quick turnaround time. You can go to the county health department's website for more on where to get a test.